What's up, guys? Today's video games day as indicated by my sweet shirt, and we're here at Skyjoy, the only local video game software development company in Miami, and we're gonna have a little chat with them about video games. How do you guys get into the video game industry?
They got into us.
Yeah, I was probably 9 years old, and we immediately taught ourselves basic programming language.
Wow.
Yeah. And once you're hooked, and there's an insatiable appetite for learning more. And so we started creating games at an early age. When we first opened up Skyjoy in very early January of 2012. Let me step back here a second. We actually practiced feng shui in our office, and and we wanted something a little bit more positive, so we did put a lot of thought into Skyjoy.
We use a tool called Unity. These are the layers. Like you can see, this is the background. This is the background that's way in the back. There's Super Kid Cannon. He jumps from cannon to cannon. Our game is a vertical launcher. I mean, the term that our studio has coined. It's actually very, very different as well. A doodle jump is a forever kind of vertical game. Our levels are not forever. These are actual, handcrafted levels, and they go pretty far. You see where it starts here, right? And it goes all the way to here. And if we start zooming into that, you'll start seeing the size of the character, which is in there. This is one of the things that, we're pretty proud of, is that, everything is handcrafted here. What we do is we have these reviews. We kind of go through the whole thing until he gets something that looks like this. And he brings it to life with the graphics.
I think that one of the things that the internet brought to gaming was multiplayer gaming, connecting players.
Yeah, well, I think he connected more before, personally.
There's kind of like a stigma of, like, some people are like, well, video games make you antisocial. How do you guys feel about that in general?
I really believe that anything in excess is bad for you, and that applies to gaming as well. So if you're spending all of your time indoors playing games, I think the stigma is up to its name. It's true. It's probably harmful.
You get like really strong fingers.
Or carpal tunnel.
Yeah.
Like, I have an 8-year-old son, and he's addicted to gaming, as probably most of America's youth is nowadays. And they'd rather be playing games most of the time than going out to the park or riding their bike around the neighborhood. If you balance it, I think it's great. But if you're spending all of your time and that's all you do playing games, it's probably going to harm you. Especially
it's really accessible right now. I mean, with phones, a lot of parents will give their 2 or 3-year-old, like, here's my phone.
It's a babysitter for sure.
Yeah.
Not everyone our age enjoys and plays games. As the generations get younger, that percentage goes down. Yeah. And I would say that right now, probably for the past 5 years, anyone born in the last 5 years and up is by default, from birth, a gamer.
So basically right now I'm just doing a rough layout of the final scene for the levels, which is pretty much the keyframes of what it's going to look like, and it end up looking like this. And I'm going to animate his facial expressions, and I animate on Photoshop, and then just bring them all into Illustrator.
He's not writing any code. What he's doing is he's laying out the level pieces. It's all grid-based. A lot of the stuff that you'll see falls neatly in a little square. There you see those little pink lines right here. Those are paths that he's laid out. Here's another path he's laid out for Scorpion Jack to jump from one side to the other. Gotcha. There's a lot of positives that come out of gaming as well. Extreme puzzle solving, reading all the time, reaction times.
The Army uses it to train, so it's...
They're using gaming now to help dementia and Alzheimer patients, and they have found that, at least with dementia patients that start gaming, it instantly basically stops the progression of the disease. I think that gaming gets a bad rap, though, because you'll often in the news see violence. They try to pin it on gaming. There's many other game genres that have zero violence in it.
Well, I mean, in the movie industry, you can go watch Expendables, or you can go watch Peter Pan. That's the choice. So these guys, they all have 3 monitors. That helps the engineers code faster.
So all this is...
That's code right there.
This.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah. That's the code that you see in the Matrix. That's the code. I'll talk a little bit about what you do here.
Find all the bugs, and then I bother everybody about those bugs.
Making a game takes so long. How do you guys decide, like, this is the one we're going to create? Like,
You have to compromise a little bit and balance out. So it's good to follow your dreams and do what you want to do, but a lot of times I think a lot of indies and small shops fail because they're making games that only they would play.
Right.
I think the gaming industry is now over 56 billion annually, and so you got to consider your audience. Like,
just on a plain human level, like, what is it you guys love so much about video games? For me, it's like the only way that you can yourself be a pilot, you can save the princess, and you can be a monkey. Like it gives you so much freedom to jump in and out of roles.
oh yeah, being able to create those experiences. There's a certain satisfaction in knowing that you created that for somebody else, and they're experiencing like this art piece that you really made for somebody else. It's really, really satisfying and enjoyable.